Have you bullied anyone, was bullied before, or witnessed someone getting bullied but was too scared to step in? This is an issue of child protection under Article 19 of the United Nations Convention of the Rights of a Child, or UNCRC. According to a survey done by Channel News Asia's, or CNA for short, Talking Point program, out of 1,000 secondary school students that were surveyed, about a third of them claimed to have been bullied, and among them, almost half said the bullying happened in the past year. Also, out of over half of the respondents that have witnessed bullying, a third did not tell anyone as they did not want to get involved. RTE College West, Sembawang Secondary, Admiralty Secondary, Montfort Secondary, and Sengkang Green Primary School. What do they all have in common? Bullying, and they all occurred just this year. How does bullying impact everyone involved? Bullying affects the victim's confidence and self-worth, and for the victim's parents, their child's behavior may change. For example, being more quiet, not wanting to go to school, and acting out. Not properly addressing the issue can also affect the bully, as they may also be victims of, for example, family violence. Teachers may also be affected as the victim's parents may keep on pestering them, making the teacher's job much more challenging as they'll have to manage the issue on top of all the other responsibilities that teachers have. In a recent Parliament speech on 4 February 2025, Minister Chan Chun Sing said that parents should not get involved. To this, are schools doing enough? The main issue with bullying cases is that schools are not doing enough for students who are bullied, and it matters as bullying is a very common issue in school. And from the survey results, it is clear that schools are not doing enough. In my experience, they are not doing anything. Therefore, how can parents not do anything? Let's look at their current disciplinary actions. Home suspension. Before technology, it may feel like a consequence, but now, with technology everywhere, it feels more like a holiday to some students, and they could just play video games the whole day. This was also brought up by David Ho, MP for Jurong East Bukit Batok GRC, in Parliament on 23rd September 2025. Detention. It sounds scary, and to me, the end of my life. But when I ended up in detention from being late to school, students were just doing whatever they wanted to. Some students were even watching entertainment videos on their personal learning devices. The shocking thing about this is that the teacher in charge was fully aware of it. If this issue is addressed, more students will feel safe going to school. Having a fixed procedure that is taught to the teachers and counselors on what has to be done when a bullying case occurs will help not only the victim, but everyone who are affected by the case, as actions can be taken immediately, therefore helping to put a stop to the bullying case earlier, lessening the damage caused. What can be done? Firstly, having a standardized comprehensive procedure after a suspected bullying case is brought up. When incidents are logged and followed consistently, cases are resolved faster. I want every school to follow the same reporting steps so victims are supported. I would like MOE to publish a national anti-bullying protocol and require schools to publish their responses annually, so that parents will feel assured to know that the schools are doing what is needed to support the child and to manage the bullying incident. Secondly, having trained teams. Trained counselors and teachers can respond quickly, reducing harm. I want a named team in school, for example, a counselor, a form teacher, and a trained staff to meet within 48 hours of a bullying report. I would like MOE to fund training and require schools to follow the standardized response timeline. Lastly, the use of restorative practices. Restorative practices help bullies take responsibility and victims feel heard. I want restorative circles offered as part of disciplining but healing responses, as spending time learning about restorative practices is much better than spending time in suspension, where students are either not doing anything or watching videos on their PLD. I would like MOE to provide training for staff and protocols for when restorative justice is appropriate. When I was in secondary school, cyberbullying was happening in the class group chat. My form teacher was informed and they made us leave and delete the group chat. The class just made a new one. The teacher may be trying to help, but from my perspective then, it is just bothersome as we have to make a new group chat, and most of us do not know what the issue was. We should have been taught by either the form teacher or school counselors that what we did is not right. I asked MOE and school leaders to adopt a standard protocol, fund training, and make our schools safe for everyone. Bullying leaves scars we cannot always see, but they are real, and they last. Every child deserves to walk into school with confidence, not fear. If we act now, with consistency, compassion, and courage, we can make our schools places of safety, dignity, and belonging for every child.